Hello everybody, Alf the Galaxy here, and today I wanted to go over a quick update of my last video. I ran into a bit of a jam with my jam numbers, and I wanted to update them to you guys as soon as I could for the most accurate and precise data. I had mixed a few things around, but I've corrected it since, and then I was also able to work in some extra recipes for you guys. So let's get into it. Here we go. All right, so I was really excited to be able to add all of these jams together because some people asked about blueberry jam and things, and it just felt a lot cleaner to be able to separate everything. So for blueberry jam, you can see here that price before deductions is 170, the deductions is 64, and then the actual price is 106. With this particular recipe, the deductions is how much the fruit was cost if you were to sell it outright versus making the jam. And then the 106 is the profit from choosing to make the jam instead of selling the fruit or vegetables. Raspberry jam, we can see here that the price before deductions is 250. We've got the deductions, which is 104, and the actual price is 146. Mandarin jam. Oh, look at that one. That's a good one. Mandarin jam. We've got price before deductions is 270. Deductions is 112. The actual price that you're getting is going to be 158. Apple jam, we've got deductions are 270. The price before deductions is 270. Deductions is 112, and the actual price is 150 that you'll be making from that jam, which is the same as the mandarin jam. Pineapple jam, a little bit less than mandarin and apple. We have price before deductions is 280. The deductions are 148. And then our actual price that we are making off of that jam is going to be 132 gold. Strawberry jam. We have price before deductions is 1,580. The deductions is 1,000. So our net profit is going to be 580. Grape jam, you can see that the price before deductions is 2,020. That's how much the jam sells for. The deductions of how much the jam cost to make, including the seeds as well as the grapes themselves, is going to be 1,280. So our net profit from making jams, grape jam, is 740. Keep in mind, when making this, you'll have to grow these jams instead of growing wheat for your truffle pies. So just keep in mind, depending on what you want to grow in your garden, and what you want to prioritize for profit, will matter. Tomato sauce, we have price deduction is 180. The deduction cost is 80, and then the actual price is 100. And I have heard some people say that they don't mind just doing tomato sauce or pineapple jam and just growing those in their garden, and then every 15 minutes just come get them all and then make more jam. And that is definitely an option and an idea that I just wanted to put out there and share with you all too. All right, so now I'm going to be going over the recipe portions of this video. I'm going to be talking about all of the recipes from level 1 all the way to level 7. And the data that I'm going through is all based off of 1-star outcomes. I know that the profit scales based off the stars, but it was a lot easier to get a baseline for all of you making the data based off of 1 star. That ways, there's no strange outcomes, and you have a solid base to go off of when you decide what recipes you want to make for the most profit. All right, let's go over this spreadsheet. All right, so taking a look at this spreadsheet, the first thing on the list is house salad. Now the price before deduction, that's the sell price. That's how much the item is worth when you go to sell it. Deductions is how much the ingredients cost. So instead of making the food, if you were to sell the ingredients, that's how much the deductions cost. And then the actual price is 50 gold for the house salad, and that's how much you got for profit after you calculated how much the ingredients cost. Fish and chips, the sell price is 310 gold. The deductions is 220, so your net profit is 90 gold. Now, keep in mind, if you are using fish that are worth 75, 100, 150, you'll be losing money on the fish and chips. So it's not a recipe that I personally would recommend. Cheesecake, that one is a sell price of 480, the deduction's 340, and your total all profit price is 140. Which, if you compare that to grilled mushrooms I find you can harvest those pretty quickly, and they're not going to cost you wheat, milk, or cheese. So that, I would say, is definitely probably a better option than cheesecake. Next, we're going to go to the mushroom pies here. Mushroom pies, you get 228, but the real winner here is the black truffle pie. That one we get a sell price of 830 at 1 star. The deductions are for 438, and your sell price is 392. So that one is quite a good recipe to be making. Grilled mushrooms, as I just mentioned, you can sell those for 116. The cost is what the mushrooms are worth, and that is a deduction of 64. From your sell price of 180. Coffee, this one you can do, you get 290 for a sell price. The cost is 200, and the actual net profit you get is 90 gold. Latte is 2 coffees, 2 milk. You get a sell price of 300. The deduction's 200, so you're walking away with 100 in your pocket, which is really nice, especially when the coffee's on sale. You can find it at like 40% discount, or sometimes even the milk. So sometimes that profit margin is a bit more, and it's a nice one to level up on. So I definitely grab it whenever I'm visiting the chef to make something rather easy that still gives me some good income. And as you can tell too, that the coffee and latte actually gives you more money than even the fish and chips. All right, so moving along to some more of our recipes here. Smoked fish bagel, we've got a sell price of 520, deductions of 360, and our actual take-home profit of 160. Seafood risotto, our take-home is 180. Rustic ratatouille is 270. Black truffle cream pasta at 371. Seafood pizza at 340, which is our profit. Meat sauce pasta, we've got 160 gold profit. Apple pie, 312 profit. Carrot cake, we've got 390 gold profit. Corn soup, which is one of my favorites, at a 450 gold profit. Deluxe seafood platter, it's coming in at only at 110 gold. Tiramisu is a nice one to make. That's going to net you 280 gold. Now, the original roll cakes, you can get some of these different sugars from Doris if you've seen them on a rainy day, or the rainbow events, and sometimes at the meteor ones. But the meteor ones, she doesn't sell sugar. But the other ones, you can find her and she will sell you certain different colored sugars, and that's why there are so many different recipes here. Any kind of cake rolls that you make, your take-home profit is looking at about 170, unless you make the original one, and that's only 150. Moving along to the afternoon tea, that's a level 7. Now, keep in mind, it takes a lot of effort to make the afternoon tea, and your only take home is 410. And then the picnic set, again, quite a lot of work to make, and your take home is 1,428. However, you are making 1, 2, 3 separate recipes in that one alone to make that profit, where you could probably make 3 other recipes and make close to the same. So just keep that in mind, depending on how much work you want to put into something. But I find that the carrot cake looks nice. Corn soup is, again, one that I really enjoy. Black truffle cream pasta is a nice one too that you can make. The nice thing about that versus the truffle pie is you do not have to use eggs. However, I prefer the black truffle pie. I like to make as many of those as I can in a day, which is 50, or just buy all the eggs and then make them when I can. I just I just never have enough wheat. I feel like I can just never farm enough wheat to be able to do black truffle cream pasta and the truffle pie at the same time. So, but all good options, all good options. And I think mixing things up. One big take home from this is make sure to mix things up in what you're making, because some things do only have so much you can make in a day, and you can only grow so many things in a day. So if you're growing wheat all day, it could be very hard to grow, different jams, because you can't grow all of that at one time. So I would say one of the best things you could do for yourself, pick some things that you enjoy cooking, especially the ones that only require one click. That's also really nice, where black truffle pie takes one click to make, where if you're going to make corn soup, this one is a bit more involved. I do know as you level up, the difficulties do reduce some, but as you can see, this takes quite a lot of clicks. So when you're doing 4 at once, it can be quite a lot to juggle, or even 3 at once. I know some people like to put another stove right where I'm standing, which you can. I like to do 3 myself, but there we go. So, all that also I think is good to factor in while you're cooking, because if you're going to make 100 dishes and you're going to have to cook a whole lot, it can be a little bit more intense than just making truffle pie or throwing in some, oh, here we go, some raspberry jam, and all you gotta do is click it once and move on. So yeah, just good things to know on your adventures and the different styles you decide to build. But I think mixing all that stuff in together and coming up with your own little strategy that you very much enjoy is the best way. So now that you have all this great information, you're able to make your own choices and enjoy the game the way you want to. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciated it. And I will see you guys all next time. Take care. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube here for future content. And if you want to catch out my live streams, you can follow me here on Twitch as well. Thank you all so much.